Welcome to Frontline. In this video, I'm going to show you our most current update we've completed within our Pro Standards Tracker. So underneath Manage Users, we have now added where you can customize what your supervisors have access to. So if you've marked them as a supervisor, you're going to be able to choose whether or not they have access to the alerts, whether or not you want them to have access to the reports, and whether or not you want them to have access to their own details. We also added this Manage Modules Visibility for Supervisors. If you click that, it'll bring up this separate page. You then get to choose from 3 options at the top for each supervisor. So marking no employee roster access means the supervisor will only have access to their own data. If you mark supervisor access to entire roster, anybody you have entered into the Pro Standards Tracker, they would have access to. The third one is supervisor access employee roster only, which means the supervisor would only have access to those employees that you marked as an employee level. Now you also have the ability to customize what those supervisors have access to when viewing that roster. So here are the modules. So you have your complaints, compliments, awards, use of force, vehicle pursuits, conduct, and wellness. You then get to choose from those how you want them to be able to see that. So no access, which means they're not going to be able to see any information on them. Grid view only means you're only going to see basic information on those modules. View access means they're going to have full access to see all details on that module. So here I have marked complaints, conduct, and wellness as no access. I have marked use of force, vehicle pursuit as grid view only. And I have marked compliments and awards as view access. We also have this employee exclusion list here. So if there's anybody that you don't want that supervisor to see specifically, you can mark them in here. So here I have added Heather as having access to the entire roster, but maybe I don't want her to have access to our chief, our deputy chief, and our lieutenant. So I'm going to go ahead and mark those 3 and then hit save. Once I hit save on the second page as well, now if I log in as Heather and I click on that employee roster, this is going to show me a list of all those employees minus those ones I excluded, so the chief, deputy chief, and lieutenant. You'll notice I cannot see the complaints, conduct, or wellness because I marked that as no access for her. And then if I view these individually, so let's just look at Ben here, I'm still not going to be able to see those complaints, conduct, or wellness, but I'm going to be able to see those compliments and awards in full view. So if I click on that, I'll be able to see the full details on that. For the use of force and vehicle pursuits, I marked grid view only, which means you're only going to see this basic information. That is how you're going to be able to customize what your supervisors have access to. Thank you for watching this video.